Hello everybody, this is Cornell from the Gaming and welcome to my live review of Reagan Gorbachev. This is a top-down action shooter game developed and published by Team 2-Bit. Let's see, let's play some levels, let's go to an early one. Yeah, why not? In this game you're playing as Reagan and Gorbachev. It's set in 1984, maybe 1983. And the main objective is to go to the land of each level by killing every single enemy. And the two characters of Reagan and Gorbachev, they play kind of differently, but mainly based on their main weapon. For example, Gorbachev has some deadly darts. Nice. And they kill in one shot. Well, Reagan has a katana. Nice. You can also pick up different weapons, different handguns. You have handguns, silenced pistols, shotguns, rifles, and even machine guns, the big ones, and rocket launchers. You can also call the other player. You can either play this or with a friend or alone, like I'm doing right now, but you can also press the button and your friend will come right away. And every single character has different abilities. For example, you can use Gorbachev, to hack machines, and use Reagan to open doors by lockpicking them. Yeah. It's a very nice and cute thing to do, you know? And you also die in just one single hit. So this is very reminiscent and similar to Hotline Miami, I'm not gonna lie. But it does look pretty good in my opinion. Even though the environments are a little bit repetitive, they work pretty well. And another nice thing, at the end of every level there is a small quiz. For example, who recorded an album of romantic ballads? Reagan or Gorbachev? No, oh wow, Gorbachev. Wow. I did not know that. And the main story of the game is pretty simple, but also really, as you can see here, I think. The back and forth between the two main characters is really good, especially if you're into the Cold War era problems. And Gorbachev and Reagan, they are interesting personalities. And there are also many good levels to play. Let's see, chemical lab. And they do differentiate one another. No, skip. Sorry, don't watch this. And they're fighting a terrorist group who has kidnapped the two presidents in Iceland. And it's a very satiric story, it's very fun, it's very light-hearted. Yeah, I died. And the main problem that I have with the game is, while the controls are fun and playing it with a friend, and I did play it with a friend for a couple of levels when it came to my house, it's a blast. Co-op is fantastic in this game, however playing it alone makes the entire experience very hard and tedious. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the hardest video games I've ever played, and kind of in a frustrating ways in a couple of levels, because there are mainly two types of levels. For example, you have this type of level where it's mainly based around shooting your way through, and there are other levels that are more similar to puzzle levels, where you have to avoid some traps, kill certain enemies by doing certain types of activities, hacking doors, destroying them. It gets very frustrating and hard, and I'm not. Oh, there's also a lot of friendly fire between the enemy troops. I'm not gonna lie, they fuck it up more often than not. Now time for Reagan. And this is literally almost every single level of the game. If what you're seeing right now seems interesting, I highly recommend playing this with a controller, as with most games, honestly. Because 6 foot, I don't know, I have the meter system. Reagan? Yes! Genius! Oh, nice. And they are really fun questions, and I also really like for example, your democracy must learn to defend itself. These small words, these small quotes at the beginning of each level. Fuck you. Ooh, it's also really easy to fall off the map, and that leads to a lot of unwanted deaths. Kill yourself, guys, come on. The lock-on system is really good, in my opinion. It works really well. Nice. Take this gun. Okay, now play as Reagan. Oh, Gorbachev. I keep mixing the two guys up, and they're literally the opposite thing in both name, height, looks, everything. Oh god. And this is more of a try to avoid being killed by enemies. And how did he die? He probably fell off the map. He usually does. For example, here you can also adopt a different strategy. You can either do what I'm doing right now, which is kind of stupid if you think about it, or you can try and use this machine, but it works really badly. I don't know why they have actually put it there. It's really useless. Nice. Oof, let's try to finish at least this level. And the soundtrack, as you can hear, it's actually kind of annoying after a while. Okay. It's kind of annoying after a while, and some of the sound effects are really good. I especially really like the hit detection. The sound that it makes when you've killed an enemy is fantastic. It definitely tells you that you've actually hit an enemy. It's not like other games where you... Boom. Boom, chakalaka. It's not like other games where you press a button and you hope that you've actually killed an enemy. In this game, if you hit an enemy and you kill them, you will actually feel it. You can feel the power of the hit, and it's also, and the screen also shakes a little bit, so that you have a clear sense of hit detection, which doesn't happen too often in video games. Whoosh. So guys, Reagan Gorbachev is a very simple game. It's around 32 levels long. A couple of hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours if you aren't all that great at it, you will finish it. But overall, it's a very solid game in my opinion. Even though it gets really frustrating. But still guys, check it out, especially if you love Hotline Miami and you want a fresh take on it, especially if you have a friend to play it with on co-op. Still guys, thanks as always for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.